So
Can I introduce Ashley?
absolutely, you get.
I'm not. I just like to see the fear in her face when I
There's
say
always
that.
fear. Always fear when Todd's fear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, then we're live. Welcome to the Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, the world's most anabolic podcast that is louder than a strong man screaming at an inanimate object.
I did that on the way over here. I screamed at my phone.
I think everybody's doing that today. And since you're listening to this 2 weeks after this, everybody's phone is not working. So, but we have a very special guest today. There's a whole lot of people in the studio, and I'm not used to it. So we will roll into introductions. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Ashley, you should start because it's ladies first.
Sure will.
That's what
sure
I was
will.
told a long time ago.
Well, as Todd said, I'm Ashley Fontenot. I am the CEO at New Hope Children's Advocacy Center in Blount County. And I am joined today by...
Yes, my name is Anna Farrell, and I am the Marketing Development Director at New Hope. So excited to be here, excited to share about what Todd is going to share a lot about.
Yeah. So I am Todd White. I am officially on paper on the charter, the president of Tennessee Winter Beer Fest, which is what I think primarily we're talking about. And I also run the Brewing Distilling Center, which is a trade school to train folks how to be professional brewers and distillers. And I'm a Maryville native. And I used to play when Porter was a high school just down the street. We actually played Porter and basketball, so I know a lot about the Wildwood area.
Cool. I went to Porter Elementary School.
Have you graduated?
I don't think I should have, but I think they just wanted rid of me. So
That's okay. That happens.
does kindergarten count?
It definitely counts.
Then yes, I graduated.
Okay, cool.
So Winter Beer Fest, I've never heard of it until this year,
Okay.
and now I'm pretty excited about it. So give us some details at what people can expect to come and see.
Yeah, so officially it's called Tennessee Winter Beer Fest, and this is our 14th year, which is hard to believe. But me and some other beer guys started this 12 years ago. No, 14 years ago. This is 14 years ago in 2012. And we were talking about this in late fall and wanted to have some sort of beer festival in Blount County because there was none. And this was at the sort of the very beginnings of the craft beer movement in East Tennessee. And everybody has an Oktoberfest, so we didn't want to do an Oktoberfest. So we decided to do a winter beer fest. And we wanted it to be in Blount County, and we decided on Townsend for several reasons. I think one reason is we had somebody on our board, on our organizational. We didn't have a board yet, but somebody in our planning committee had business in Townsend and was very committed to Townsend. So, and we know sort of businesses die in the winter in Townsend. So that's why we chose Townsend. We've been there ever since, and we've moved to several different locations, depending on how cheaply we could get that location, because our goal is to raise money, and we wanted it to benefit an organization in Blount County, and we chose New Hope Children's Advocacy Center, and we've been with them ever since. And so the purpose, our mission statement is to promote and support Tennessee breweries, Tennessee craft breweries. And so that's what we do. Actually, we're letting a brewery from out of state come in this year who was well known. They wanted to come in, and we, as a board, we had to vote on it, and that's fine. And that's pretty cool because we had a meeting last night, organizational meeting about where we are with things, and things are going really well for this year. And by the way, let's just say that multiple times. Our next edition of this, the 2026 edition, is February 21st, and it is in Townsend, and it is on the grounds of Company Distilling, which is almost to the entrance of the national park. Company Distilling is on the left as you're heading up to Townsend. We're in their parking lot, and you can't miss it if you're going up there on the day of. A huge tent, maybe the biggest tent you've ever seen. It's a really big tent, so everything's in that tent. So again, February 21st is the date. And we were talking last night, when we originally organized this 14 years ago, we were asking breweries to attend, right? Now they're asking us to attend. And before we've had limited space, we've got a lot more space, and we had to turn some folks down. And I think we're going to be at a record high of number of breweries. I'm looking at the list right now. Current list, we have 23 breweries, which
a
is
lot.
a lot, particularly since we only sell 350 tickets. So if you do the math, the ratio of brewery to patron is really, really good. So what you're going to find at this event, which is why people love this event, they come back every year, is if you've ever been to a beer festival, there's hundreds to maybe thousands of people, and to me it's not fun. Long lines to get beer, long lines to get rid of that beer, and the lines are very short. And we require the brewer or the owner of that brewery to be pouring the beer rather than some rep or whoever that doesn't know much about that beer. So our patrons can talk to the brewers, get to know them, which they have in the past. So that's a great thing for our patrons to be able to talk to the brewers. And if you've ever talked to a brewer, met a brewer, this is one of the reasons I'm in this business, is the brewers are some of the nicest people in the world. They're so nice, and they're super smart. I know that for a fact. And they're passionate about what they do. And they own local businesses, which is really cool, right? So this industry is really amazing. Y'all have seen that over the past few years, that these brewers are so nice. And they typically, a festival has to pay the brewer for the beer that they bring. And all of our brewers donate their beer. We don't have to pay them anything, which is unusual. They love this event. We have an X number of hotel rooms and cabins that we give them for attending. So they get to come, bring their family, have a nice weekend in the Smokies in the winter, and then the patrons have a wonderful time. So continuing on that, you asked me a question, and I will answer. I will answer the dang question. So you get, with this ticket price, it's $75, which is a good price. You get essentially all the beer you can sample, and food is included. There's no other beer events that food is included, and the food is high quality. It's catered by one of our board members, Miss Lily's Catering. So the food is high quality, so you get that, and you have live music. And you all are going to be there. We'll talk about that, which is really cool. What goes on there? It's
Yeah, we're
really
excited about that.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's a great match because it's drinking beer, and a source of additional income, which we always. I mean, every penny counts. Right? Every penny we get when we pay all of our expenses is going to go to New Hope, and that's what the whole bottom line is, to support New Hope. And we have donated. Drum roll. Look! Did you see the drum roll? It's pretty good.
I just got a dog button. I don't have a drum.
I'll do it later. It's fine.
$277,000. So
Wow.
more than $250,000 over the years that we've donated, and they have in their lobby at New Hope. You need to go tour New Hope. If you don't know what New Hope is and does, these gals will tell you that it's an amazing need, which is it's sad that the need is there, but you all fulfill that need, which is amazing for Blount County. And that they have this tree of donors, and
You're on there.
it's a big dang. It says Tennessee Winter Beer Fest. So we're so happy that we've become part of your budget now. Right? It was just extra money, but now we're officially on their budget. Yeah, we're a line item now. So anyway, it's just a wonderful event. People have a great time. And it supports a great cause, and it's a lot of fun. And there you go. Tennessee Winter Beer Fest. Did that get it?
I think you got the question just a little bit.
Very good.
I don't
And
remember
more,
what the
so
question
I'm
was.
done. I'm going home.
I think it's perfect. I know we're excited. I know Lisa's the one that told us about it, and now we've been looking forward to it since then. And then, like you said, it's going to help a great cause.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, I wanted you guys to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah. So, in order to understand what New Hope is, you have to first understand the problem. And the problem is that at least 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused before they turn 18 years old here in Blount County. And that is not a statistic for some faraway place. That is here locally. And those are the numbers that we know of and can count and that are reported. We know that a lot of cases go unreported, so the number's probably a lot higher. But at New Hope, we exist to provide a space for those children to come and tell their story. So they come to New Hope and they're able to do a forensic interview. So they're interviewed by a trained forensic interviewer that knows how to talk to kids, and that interview is recorded and it can be used in court if needed. But they tell about what happened to them, and DCS and law enforcement, any professional involved in the case can sit in and watch those interviews in real time. But the goal is that everybody would work together. So before the Children's Advocacy Center model, a child who experiences abuse would have to tell up to 15 different groups of people, 15 different times, what happened to them. And it's not that those professionals that they were talking to weren't doing good work. It's just that they weren't working together. And so now with the Children's Advocacy Center model, all of those professionals working the case work and convene together at New Hope to make sure ultimately, and the goal would be that the child would only have to recount the details of abuse one time and in a way that's not re-traumatizing. And so we provide the interview, we provide medical exam on site if needed. We provide advocacy services that would not have been provided otherwise, and ongoing therapy, all under one roof and at no cost to the child or the family. And like I said, with the goal of the child only telling the story one time. And we see a child in therapy as long as needed. They do have to be verbal in order to do therapy there and to have a forensic interview. So we see about ages 2 all the way up to 18.
Wow.
That's really cool. Like Todd said, it's terrible that we need a resource like that, but it's fantastic that you guys offer that.
Yeah, I agree. And when I first learned about New Hope and was, filling out what is this place that I might want to work at, I came and did a tour, and they showed me everything that we do. And I said, well, this is great and all, but I mean, how many kids do you actually see? And in 2024, we're still finalizing the numbers for 2025, but in 2024, we served 677 children who walked through our doors. And it is it's astronomical numbers. The need is great. So we're thankful for a community that believes in our cause and supports us so well. And we're extremely thankful for people like Tennessee Winter Beer Fest that are willing to get behind us and be a line item on our budget to make our work possible.
I think it's hard to not get behind that. I mean, from at least my standpoint.
Once you hear what they do, what their mission and the service they provide in Blount County, it's like, how do I help?
Yep.
Yeah, it's something that
can I help?
everybody can get behind,
Yeah.
no matter what other things you believe or what spectrum,
Yeah.
political spectrum. It's something that everybody can get behind, and I'm
No doubt.
proud to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, what would you add? What's
Yeah, so the one thing that I would add, you did such a great job of explaining everything. The one thing that I always tell people, just because I think going through a tour and seeing how intentional they were with everything in our building, one part that I just find especially just really pulls the heartstrings is on the therapy side, they have a mural on the wall when the kids first walk in. So when they first walk in, they see this huge mural with floating lanterns. So the therapist will talk through what the significance of a floating lantern is, which is this beginning or the ending of something special, and just that you can find the light in the world. And they talk about this on the first day, and they come in with a lot of emotions, maybe anger, confusion as to why they're there, just why they went through what they did. And then they also bring them out to the therapy garden, and they'll get to see a ton of different rocks out there that are painted. And they're told that those that have graduated therapy have left messages on them for what they wish they saw on that first day when they walked into the doors and they felt all those emotions. So I always get chills talking about it just because there's messages on these rocks of you're not alone, you matter, stuff that they didn't feel when they first walked in our doors, but then when they graduate therapy, they feel that. And then to connect the floating lantern, every child that walks through our doors gets a paper lantern with a light that they can carry with them and leave and be reminded of all the hard work they went through and that they're able to share that light with the world. So that's really something that I feel like I always share with people just because it brings the emotion of this is the emotions they were dealing with when they first came in our doors, and being able to see the full circle of when they leave and giving the hope to other children that are now in the shoes they once were. So that's just something that I would add, but definitely pulls the heartstrings and emotional just to think that this stuff happens in Bullock County.
Yeah, because I think everybody thinks it's a very foreign or not local to us, but it's
It don't happen here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm born and raised in Blount County and understand it's really a great community. I mean, it's a great community. And then realizing, and I was never exposed to anything like that. I'm a lucky person who was born and raised in a family and an atmosphere in a community that we saw none of that, at least that we knew of, right? And to understand that there is a need for that is sobering, really, really sobering that bad stuff happens everywhere. And this I heard this at your event, and he stole it from me. He said, that's what I say all the time. But this community is one of the most giving communities. I mean, we're Tennessee Volunteers. There's a reason we're the volunteer state, because we like helping people out. But a community is only as strong as its volunteer foundation.
Very true.
And if you don't volunteer, I'm telling you, I'm looking at the world out here. And if you're listening to this or watching, if you don't volunteer for something, you need to get up off the damn couch and do something to help your community, because no matter what your interest is, whether it's puppies or knitting or children, there is an organization that needs your help. And you all see that every day, and it just makes me happy and proud that I live in this community and we can help you all.
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
makes us proud to live in this community too, because we are, a few years ago, would have said we're more than 50% funded by state and federal grants. But now that number has gone down and we are more than 50% funded by the community, which I think says a lot about the fact that people in Blount County really believe in our mission and get behind it. And to your point about volunteers, a lot of people aren't very comfortable thinking that they would want to volunteer with the children or families, but that's not everything that our volunteer base covers. We have volunteer opportunities from all over the organization. I know Anna does a lot of events for us and is always looking for volunteers on the marketing and event side. But yeah, just following up on
Yeah,
your point.
there's something
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody. I
Yeah.
promise. If you have interest in anything, there's somebody that could use your help and use your skills and your time. So get out there and help out.
I agree. I think most people think whenever you volunteer, it's got to be something you're not going to enjoy, or it's going to be like you're having to sacrifice to do something. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, let me tell you what my sacrifice is. I drink beer and ask people for money to support these folks. That's pretty fun. In our board meetings, we're all beer people, and we always say it's for the kids. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. We're drinking beer for the kids. That's exactly what we do. Alcohol for the kids. That's a great motto. I don't think y'all use that yet.
I'm going to be careful with that one.
But again, we are, our board members. We have fun. We love doing this. We love the event, and it just so happens we're raising a bunch of money to help you all out. Yeah.
People love it. And I'll say last year was my first year attending the Tennessee Winter Beer Fest. And first off, yes, you'll definitely see the tent. You cannot miss it on February 21st, but you cannot miss the line of people that will get there early and wait in the freezing cold just to get that first taste of beer. But it's so interesting, too, because a lot of these folks will come in and they have necklaces made out of cheese Slim Jims. I'm telling you. Last year I
my
was
kind of
looking
people,
around and I'm
yeah.
thinking it was raining. I'm just
dedication.
It is, yeah,
It is
they're
dedication.
Why have
dedicated.
I not thought of that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
Cheese
uh,
necklace, man.
So I equate this event when I try to describe it to somebody because it's only we have held our ticket sales to 350 for a long time because we wanted to keep it. I call it sort of an intimate atmosphere. It's not out of control. You know, we increase our donations by sponsorships, which we've had more sponsors this year than ever. But I describe it as it's like some rich guy's birthday party. I've been to a couple of rich guys' birthday parties, and it was very similar to this. It's a bunch of people walking around with alcohol in there, but
That's what I'm going to tell people. Then.
there you go.
I've been to a rich person's birthday.
Well, it's just a big party.
It is.
Yeah.
And also to your point, the Brewers are the nicest group of people
Yeah.
I have met. My
Yeah.
first year, I guess, was 3-4 years ago going. And the thing that I took away was every single person here is here to support
Yes.
New Hope.
Yep.
Because I try to go around and just have FaceTime with all the Brewers and say thank you for supporting. And they say we would not miss it.
Yeah.
It's a great cause.
Yeah.
So that just means a lot to me.
Yeah. So, and COVID stopped a lot of beer events, and so there's a fraction of the beer events now that there were 4 years ago, and it's a necessary evil or a necessary thing that brewers they have to do that. They feel like they need to do it to promote their business, right? It's a way to promote their business. But I guarantee it is not really that enjoyable for them to do. But they love this event for all the reasons. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I've not been to a beer event at all. I think actually we went to Oktoberfest for me it was the first time. So I thought that was cool. And it was kind of small, but it was fun.
Okay. Well, you'll like this event. If you don't, I don't know how to finish that sentence.
Todd, when you had me on the radio show a few years ago, my first year doing this, and you said, "What's your favorite beer?" And I said, "I don't like beer."
Okay, I've heard that many
If
times.
I had the best time at Tennessee Winter
There you
Beer
go.
Fest, I mean that says a lot. Even somebody that's not a beer person loves Tennessee Winter Beer Fest.
Well, I've been dealing with craft beer for a long time, and I always get. I used to run beer tastings, probably the first ones in East Tennessee, and there'd always be people attending that. They say, "I don't like beer." I said, "Well, do you drink wine?" "Yeah." "Well, what kind of wine do you like?" That. I said, "If I don't find you a beer that you like, I will find you a beer that you like."
that's what you walked me through too, and I found some.
Yes, you did.
I found some.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, beer's not like it was in America 20 years ago. Thank goodness. Because we've been sold and told this is beer, and it's not. The domestic stuff, and it's fine. You know, fishing, if you're fishing on the lake around and you need a cold thing, that's fine. But when Europeans looked at American domestic beer, they just laughed at us like, yeah, whatever. But if you like any kind of alcohol, whether it's wine or a cocktail or whatever, I promise you we can find you a beer that you will like because they come in all different flavors and styles. And it's a cool industry.
Cool. I'm gonna find you out then.
Come on.
I'm pretty stuck to I like Mick Ultra because it's cheap and it tastes all right.
Well, I don't think we're going to charge you to get in, so you'll have inexpensive beer at
I
this
had
event.
a pomegranate habanero at one of Tri-Hop's homebrew things, and surprisingly, it was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some surprises.
Yeah, it
out
was
there.
Yeah,
but
have
I don't-
y'all tried the Zool peanut butter and jelly?
I've
No,
heard
I keep
about it.
hearing about it, but I haven't
So-
tried it.
I don't like beer, and I'm telling you, it tastes
you go.
like you're drinking an Uncrustable. I don't know how to explain it other than
True. It's
Yeah, it is crazy.
it's really good.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flavors are crazy. And then just a true beer like the either Belgian styles or English styles or German styles that are traditional, really real beer is delicious. And then America has just taken it and turned the beer industry on its end. You know, the mecca of beer used to be in Europe, German, United Kingdom, and Belgium. They've been brewing beer forever, and they knew what they're doing. But the whole beer world now is looking to America. America is leading, which is really interesting, leading the world in beer production and styles and varieties and that kind of thing. So you're seeing traditional European breweries copying, if you will, different styles that Americans are sort of inventing. So it's a really weird, interesting industry, and America is the leaders of beer in the world right now.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
I didn't know that.
I just made that up. It is.
I'm gonna cut that part out, so it's gonna sound like a fact later.
Thank you. Most of what I say is fact. Most.
See, and that's the only part they're gonna hear. But
So I teach at the collegiate level, and I tell my students, most of what I'm telling you is the truth. You will not figure out which is not the truth and which is the truth. So just believe everything I tell you, and we're good to go. Because it'll be on the test whether it's the truth or not.
it's a good point.
So I digress, which I like to digress, but in my classroom, on my very initial talk, the teacher gives its talk, setting all the rules and all those kind of things. I tell my students, this is not a democracy in this classroom. I am the dictator, and we're going to do what I tell you to do, and that's what the deal is. And they go, yes, Dr. White. And we all have a good time after that.
At least you're honest and upfront.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to set the rules.
I think it's a good rule.
Yeah, set the rule. That's a good rule.
I'm gonna tell them that right after this.
Yeah, like
We make fun of you too much. It don't matter.
That's also true.
Well, like Barney Fife said, there are 3 rules. The first rule is to obey all rules.
It's a good one.
I don't know what he says from there, but that's the only rule. That's the only rule I know.
I was about to say, are we just gonna talk about the bullet in his pocket? Or?
That's right. Yeah. I'm glad you knew that. It's awesome, man.
I grew up watching it.
If you haven't, then it's right underneath you
Was
not
that on
volunteering.
VHS too?
Yeah.
If you don't volunteer, if you don't watch Andy Griffith Show or know any character, then I just don't know why you're even taking up oxygen in this.
My stepdad still plays it to this day. It seems like I watch it at least every other week.
It's a show it's classic, and it has good moral stories, and it's funny. The characters on there are just amazing. So is that what we're going to talk about, Andy Griffith Show now?
There's no rules here, so
First of
There'll
all,
be a schedule here sometime.
I mean, it'd be on par with.
yeah.
That's normally what happens.
yeah.
But I will say, speaking of Winter Beer Fest, is I know typically our people that are listening now are probably thinking, how does a strength-based podcast that talks about lifting stones and cars and deadlifts all the time, and how exactly does it correlate to?
You tell me that. I have no clue how you
And I'm gonna be honest,
how you weaseled your way into the.
it's a very easy one-word answer, and that's Lisa, because none of us would have had this idea. However, so there's this company called Heavy Mug, and they make exactly that, a heavy mug, and we have it here. It's 22 pounds, and we're gonna have a booth set up for people to buy tickets to attempt to drink beer out of it.
Yeah.
And that's the crossover.
That is the crossover. So when Lisa contacted me, it sounded like a great connection because it's about drinking beer out of a mug. And then you all have a great cause that you support, so we're all about that. And then we're essentially going to split the proceeds, right? You want to talk about what's going to happen at the event, how this is going to work?
Yeah. So it's in our typical fashion, we keep things simple because I like to say I'm not smart enough to be complicated. So it's a heavy mug.
Confirmed that it is.
It is heavy. It weighs
Yeah.
Let me just
22
tell you,
pounds.
if you look, you pick that up and make it look not heavy. You should have me pick
Oh
it up.
yeah. Here you go.
I ain't picking that damn thing up.
So the challenge is going to be one hand, drink it, and I mean essentially that's it.
It's 12 ounces, the whole 12 ounces.
Yes.
And to accomplish the feat, you have to finish all 12 ounces.
And you can't spill it.
You can't spill it. Is there a time?
No.
Yeah, I would say no time, just because I think if you do it in general, it's pretty impressive.
You're not going to be able to
use both
hold it
hands?
very long anyways.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Or one hand.
So I was wondering if there was a time limit.
We
if
might have
there's
to
not-
make a change to that. It's supposed to be one hand, but I think women might have to use two hands. I think we'll have to.
I would have to
solidify
use
some
two
rules,
hands, and I
but-
go to the gym with this guy
I
over
feel
here.
like Lisa could do it.
Thank you.
Yes. I saw you looking. I was
You-
like, Lisa could do it.
You want to show them, Lisa? Oh,
Not yet. Not yet.
yeah.
Okay,
She's
so
saving it up
Lisa
for the
was
day.
thinking to herself, I bet I could do that.
you say it's 22 pounds.
You should pick it up. So
It feels heavier than 22 pounds.
pick it up again. So we have
Yeah.
that.
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever we got it, I took it to my family dinner, and I just set it down and said, "Mom, will you hand me my cup?" And it didn't move.
I mean, it's
I
heavy.
do curls at the gym, and this is. And I was not. It's a heavy dude.
I will say, the handle is what makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, that is not handle's not conducive to lifting 22 pounds.
No, especially not like. I don't. It's odd.
The way it's offset from your hand.
Yep. Now I've seen 2 people pick this up like it weighed nothing, and I don't like talking to them anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's what. Whatever.
Yeah, we used
I
to.
will talk to you because you picked it up.
We had a guy in studio that handled that like it was a styrofoam cup.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, he came
Well, he
in.
cannot come to the beer.
Do you guys have one of these?
Yeah,
Yeah, we weren't even talking about it. We were just kind of hanging out talking before we started, and he's one of our friends anyways, and it was just sitting on the shelf back there, and he just in the middle of the conversation stopped talking. I said, "You guys have one of these?" And we all stopped and was like, "Put it down."
Yeah.
And then the other guy's hand like took up the whole thing. Apparently his name's Moose.
Oh, yeah.
I don't talk to him anymore either. He's one of the few people I've met that's taller than me. I don't like it.
I love big people that are named Tiny. That's one of my favorites.
This
Well-
kid's been called Moose since he was little too. So.
Well,
All right, so what you do, you pay a fee to attempt to drink this.
Yep.
And if you do, you win something. Have we decided that yet?
We have some ideas.
Okay,
Yep.
good. All right. But if you are able to do it, you win something.
Yep.
Right? A prize, right? And so we're going to have an hour and a half of that time at the Beer Fest to do that. Sort of a little side fun thing to do that's an extra fundraiser. And we're going to split the proceeds on that, which we're happy to do. And we're going to have the brewers have some brewers put beer in that, so we'll figure that out when we get there. No big deal.
So what's better? Lift something cool, drink good beer. I think it's going to be a great time.
I think
Support a
so.
good cause. I mean,
Yep.
like, it's a win-win-win.
Yeah, it is.
right.
And there's very few of those.
Yeah. Very few.
I can't think of any right now
Except this one,
except this one.
Tennessee Winter Beer Fest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's I know we would not have thought of that. So thanks, Lisa, for
That's a
a
fun
great
idea.
idea.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.
Excited
Lisa,
for
how
that.
did you find out about us? And I might have asked you that in that conversation, but I don't remember.
I worked for Appalachian Bear Rescue for 11
That's
years.
right. That's right. That's right. We
So,
talked about that. I
yeah.
got to. But anyway, we appreciate you getting with us and
We're
want to.
excited.
Yeah, I want to help you with your calls and whatever we can do to help you with that.
That's a fun addition to the.
Yeah. So when we first started, we were trying to raise money in all different ways, and we had some side things going on, and we hadn't had a side thing, if you will, for a long time. So this will be
Yeah, something new.
be
Well, we're
something. new.
perfect at being sad things. So
I was about to say, like we're pretty good at sideshows. So
Yeah, I said side thing, but you said sideshow.
Yeah.
I like sideshow. Yeah.
yeah, we're pretty good at those. We've got a car deadlift rack we could set up next year. That's always fun.
do you want us to bring something so people can lift something else heavy?
We've got a lot of stones.
Yeah.
As long as we can charge a fee for it.
I like the way you think.
I like the way
It's all
you
about,
think
it's all
too.
about raising money, you know. And
That's
if
right.
people get something out of it rather than just say, "Here's some money," if they get something out of it,
I know we did talk because I don't know if you saw them on your way in. There's about 30 some odd stones at the bottom of the yard.
There is a huge stone in the middle of your sidewalk. I did see that.
There is that. I just haven't.
Can you lift that?
Yes, I just haven't moved that one. That's not even the heaviest one out there.
Oh my gosh.
They range from, in natural stones, they go from 70 pounds to 454 pounds. And then we've got Atlas stones that go from, what's the small one, 90?
I think it's 80.
80 pounds to 385.
And this one's 22 pounds, and I can barely lift that down.
Mm-hmm. Stones are a lot easier to pick up than this, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that is really
They kind of, I don't know, especially natural stones. I like to say they have handles. I mean, they don't, but
I'm with you. But yeah, place.
Not as awkward to pick up.
right.
That's next, Todd.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're all about however we can raise money for the kids, as long as it's Sheriff Jimbo and Jimbo Barong and Long Sheriff and our police chief of police, Tony Crisp, don't get involved, then we're good to go.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I didn't know where I was going.
You fit right in
I
here.
guess.
No, we never know where we're going.
Well, I'll drive that bus if you'd like.
That's pretty much. We don't know how we made it this far. So
Well,
I think we interviewed someone a month or two ago, and he said something about I don't know. I forgot what joke he made now, but I was like, dude, I don't even know how I made it here. I was like, I'll be honest with you, I never thought we would be here talking to people. So
I mean, this is fancy too.
it just looks fancy.
Don't sell yourself short.
I use the word scary, not fancy.
Most people.
I mean, you got a axe above you, and you got a samurai sword.
true.
I'm not sure what I have above me.
You have a sword.
Oh yeah, it is. Sword.
Okay.
Right up there.
Okay. I'm good.
It's. We won't tell you what it's made of. We just want you to feel safe.
Okay, thank you. With you beside me, I do feel safe because I'll take you drinking with me, and I like to start stuff at the bar.
You picked the wrong one then.
Yeah.
Finally, the roles have
He
reversed.
just looks,
Caleb's
he just
Caleb's the
looks
one to
scary.
take.
I have a phrase.
Well, any one of you I would take with me.
Those two are those three are actually your better option.
Okay.
And Mike.
Michael's in the Navy, so. But I always my go-to phrase is I work out to be this big, and I get a lot of tattoos, so people don't find out I can't fight.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that big. I've got one tattoo. And I just don't start stuff.
I don't either,
I'm
but
smart enough not to do
yeah, I don't either. But for some reason, people like to try to pick on the big guy, and I don't want them to because I can't fight.
People leave me alone because it's like, no, he's not worth it.
I do want it to be on record that when you got here, you said, I'm going to give this to the biggest person here, and that's me. So
I heard it.
I wanted everybody else that listens to hear it.
Just the height thing.
Doesn't matter, Alan. There was no context to that. It was just a
He
statement.
was standing in front of him.
No, if I stand sideways, he wouldn't have seen me.
Well,
The-
for somebody bigger than you in this room, then I don't know. We're in a professional football locker room or something.
Hear that? I get made fun of a lot by these guys, so
Caleb's gonna float out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to open both doors to leave later.
Yeah.
I am not going to make fun of you.
His
ever.
head is not going to fit through the door.
Yeah, we interviewed
Yeah.
Evan Singleton. I don't know if you know Evan Singleton. He's the current strongest man on earth.
Oh wow.
Yep, and he made fun of me for being small the entire time.
For like a solid hour and a half.
Oh, it was way longer than an hour and a half. It was before we started recording the entire episode, and then at least 30 minutes after.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't here. Well, you would have liked for me to be there because he wouldn't have picked on you.
No, he still would have picked on me.
He picked on all of us.
Oh, he said one bad thing about each of you, and the rest of the time was on me.
I think he felt bad for doing it to you, so he hit on us.
Well, he knows you had it bad enough, Michael. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes all the time.
Never a dull moment.
It's usually a lot of hurt feelings. It's usually mine, but
Y'all are,
Sometimes we're a little informative.
for some reason, y'all are behaving yourself today, and it's because these gals are here,
well, yeah,
not because I'm here. Because
there's people that are more professional than us, and so we're trying to act professional.
We were told to be on our best behavior.
Yeah, Lisa threatened us. She said we need this event.
try, yeah. My
She was,
goal.
she was like, don't ruin this, guys.
Yeah. She said, "Don't ruin this for me."
Every day, my goal is to piss off the least amount of people I can.
That's a good rule.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, when you get my age, you're a lot wiser, and I've gotten this age by following that rule. I've yet to make you all mad.
Advice from Todd. That's right.
It's still early for a New Year's resolution, right?
I think you're still in the window.
New Year to me.
Yeah, I think you can make a new one like the whole. Most people just kind of keep changing it all through January.
I feel like it's because you drink so much, though.
I drink so much? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Didn't you just tell us? That's all.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I exaggerate to make a point.
Beer for the kids. That was what you said.
I did. I said alcohol for the kids.
Oh, alcohol for the kids.
It's beer for the kids. We're drinking for the kids.
Kids need more beer. Wait.
We're drinking for the kids, not with the kids. That is not the motto. What?
We drink so they don't drink.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So look, can we let's talk about exactly what's going to happen at the event with this and how we're going to do that? Can we talk about that?
We can talk about anything.
All right, so we're going to have a designated time. What was the time we did? We talked about 4:30 to 6. Is something in that neighborhood?
4:30 to 6, and I think we're gonna be setting up before, right?
Yes.
We're gonna record an episode there.
Yep,
Might
okay.
have some of the breweries on.
Yeah, you should interview the breweries.
Maybe you guys
interview
again.
these gals.
Yep.
There'll be all of our board members there.
Since
so
we have a long time, like I think one can just hop on at a time. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll let Caleb decide.
okay.
But
So you can chat whoever you want to chat with. Can you go around and talk to them, or they need to come to you? Because
So we can do this however you want.
I think the brewers probably need to be at their table.
Yeah.
So if you could go around and talk to them, and while they're pouring, while they're there, while they're in their little comfort zone area, that would be great.
Not a problem.
Where will they be stationed?
That's also a good question.
We're not doing it right as you walk in. So the entrance is on one side, the left-hand side, if you're facing it. So that's the entrance and the location where the auction items used to be. So we're not
Oh,
doing
that's
auction items.
front
We're
and
doing
center.
other
That's
things.
great.
Yeah, front and center. So that's where you all will be. So y'all can grab attention initially, people coming in, about what you all do, what you support, what the event's going to do, or what the challenge is, how they get involved in that, right? So y'all, that's where y'all will be. It's a good location.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Hopefully we can get people's attention.
Oh, you will.
We're pretty under the radar people.
I don't think
I
so.
can tell that.
Are you gonna have one of these chairs there?
we're quiet.
We can. We can move this
they can
exact
drink the
setup there
beer
if that's
from
what
the
you want.
chair.
Yes.
That is a great idea.
Yeah. These chairs will draw attention.
Yeah. yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure if the Townsend Police will allow these weapons, but they're under our control.
I've got plastic
Chairs are
ones
cool.
too.
Okay.
Well, they
But
do
anyway.
for the Highland Games. People walk around with swords. So.
That's true. I had this exact setup at the Townsend Visitor Center last year.
Well, the best combination in the world is alcohol and
knives.
weapons.
Yep.
It's also true.
There is no better combination. It's America.
Beer
That's
and
usually when
battle
I shoot
axes.
guns. So, I mean,
And that part's getting cut out.
No guns at this event. Swords, possibly.
TBD.
Yeah, but these chairs will draw
Oh yeah.
the attention, so that'd be great.
yeah, we drove these to Nashville for a competition.
Okay.
I like the idea.
So we'll talk about, the event starts at 3. You can be up there by 2. That's plenty of time to get set up. You don't need a whole lot of time, but we can talk about that. But I'd say 2-ish would be a good time to come up, and we'll get you situated, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, we're pretty flexible. We can make this as big or small as we need to.
Okay. Well, there's a good space. I mean, there's enough space for all 4 of these chairs. I don't know if you need them all, but
yeah, this exact setup space for that.
yeah.
It's not a problem.
She really likes the setup.
I do. It will pull people in.
Yeah, it will pull people in. Yeah.
I'm all about a good setup.
Yeah. Cool.
That's why we made them. Is just actually the backstory on these is this one and those two. We did our first strongman competition, and I made them for the podium winners for first, second, and third. And then I didn't know what to do with them.
So you brought them here.
So yeah, they were. This used to be my garage, so they were already in here. And I was like, I mean, we have this podcast, and we need chairs.
There you go.
It's perfect.
So and then Holland made this one. The problem is that's why we have that footstool. I made these chairs to fit me, and I didn't think about it.
That's okay.
I'm very thankful for this.
So Holland made that stool because he got tired of his feet swinging.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, yeah, we're not all 6'6".
like a little kid.
Yep, I didn't think about it at all. Whenever I made it, I just sat down. I was like,
Okay.
"Well, that's comfortable."
Yeah, this works.
And then I made those two the same way, just shorter.
Yeah.
And then Holland made that one off measurements of those.
These are great.
So
These are great
They're
chairs.
great.
Yeah.
There's a few people that can sit comfortably in them. Not many.
Not many. We'll find you though.
Yeah, y'all will draw a lot of good attention, I think. People will come and ask, hey, what's going on here? And do you have materials for what you all do? So bring whatever you want to bring to promote what you all do, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We'll bring the whole kit and caboodle.
Bring
Oh.
some stones, some Highland implements maybe.
I would bring Highland implements, but I don't know what we'll do with them.
Just look at them.
I mean,
Just look at them.
I'm afraid people are going to want to be tempted to throw them. You know.
Yeah, the Highland Games implements are a 56-pound weight. It's about that size. And there's a 28-pound weight, a 16-pound hay sack, a pitchfork.
No pitchforks.
That's what I mean. I don't know what we're going to do with those.
Swords, but no pitchforks.
I can see this is a 5-hour event that people are imbibing. So I think throwable weapons
Yeah.
may not be the best thing.
I was about to
Probably
say,
not.
Because we want, this is the 14th annual, we want to have a
15th.
yeah, and we want to be allowed back at that
Yeah. And again, I know the sheriff, I grew up with him, I know the chief of police, I can have them come search you out
So no forks.
if I need to.
What about the stones?
We can bring stones.
Nobody's going to throw those.
Stones, bring the stones.
I'm still thinking about how people are supposed to drink this without
I think you
spilling
should
it.
try to pick it up.
I kind of want to.
You
I,
should.
Go for it.
I
Yeah.
saw Todd pick it up, and I'm like, I love a challenge. So
Well, watch my feet. Yeah.
You're almost there.
I almost could do it. I don't know about drinking.
You didn't lift it high enough to have it in frame.
I think yeah, I think the two hands. But that's almost too easy.
I was gonna say, I don't think we can do two hands.
Did you come back to lift it?
Yeah.
That was a short meeting, Ashley. Thanks.
She wants a picture.
So can I talk a little bit more about the event?
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
So, this is the list of our current brewers. It'll take an hour and a half to read all of them, but I've got 23.
Any good
brewers.
ones?
They're all good, man.
Give us your top 5. Well, wait, can you? Don't do that.
I mean, there's a list. I can do the first 5.
Give us
That's what I meant.
give us
So-
your top 23.
So my favorite brewery to talk about or to mention on a particularly on a live broadcast or on a live broadcast I did on live television because I've been on the local shows, you know, that all the stations have, right, the little things, and I was talking about some of the breweries. And I said, "Crafty bastard." I said, "Can I say that on television?" She goes, "You just did."
And it's their name. So I mean,
That's their name, right? So if there's a local brewery or Tennessee brewery, they're probably attending. So we got most of the breweries in Knoxville attending. Monkey Town, which is down in where the trial was, and
Yeah.
lower. Where's that?
I just
Whatever the monkey trial and the famous trial that you know another one of those things that gives Tennessee a great reputation. But Monkey Town Brewery, they're from out of town. Pretty sure Tennessee Brew Works out of Nashville. There's Tri-Doggers, Mountain Brothers. I don't even know. I'm not familiar with Mountain Brothers, but they may be the one in Wares Valley. If it is, and I've met them before, they're going to be mad at me. But they're a relatively new brewery, so we got new breweries, and breweries have been around forever. We've got breweries that have been to every single one of our events, like Depot Street out of Jonesboro. They've been to all of our events. One of the most famous ones, and y'all will have to interview those folks, is Calf Killer. Are you familiar with Calf Killer? They're out of
Yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah, they're fun. So you'll get those guys on camera. They're a great interview, and they're really dedicated to this event. Iron Forge out of Pigeon Forge is relatively new. Black Abbey's out of Nashville. Teleco Brewing is brand new. I don't know those folks yet. They're out of Teleco Plains or Teleco. Country Boy is the one out of Louisville, Kentucky. They have asked us to attend. They're a pretty widely, regionally known brewery. Country Boy is, and they're a great brewery. So we're happy to have them. We got Cider Chick Cider Company, so we got some cider folks coming. So Tri-Hop Brewery out of Maryville and Soiree out of Maryville are attending. So we've got a lot of great breweries, and they're bringing fantastic beer. And so we have like most beer events do. The patrons get I think it's a poker chip to vote with, and they vote.
Oh, so it's like a competition as well?
Yeah, it's a friendly competition. The patrons vote for their favorite beer, and we give out an award. It's called the Bobby, the Best of Beer Award, and it looks like the Stanley Cup. It's a big ass stainless steel big cup mounted on a pedestal or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and,
Is it 22 pounds?
it is not.
Should be.
It is not, but if it holds a bunch of beer, it's not light. But the winner gets that, and they get to take it to their brewery, and they keep it for a year, and we engrave their name on it, and then they'd have to bring it back so that Bobby is continuously being awarded, and they only get to keep it for a year. So that will be there. So that's fun to do, and we announce that at the end of the night. And I'm not going to say who because they don't know, but there are two folks associated with the Knoxville craft beer community that are retiring or have retired, and we're going to honor them. And they've been a major force in the Knoxville and East Tennessee brewing scene, and so we're going to honor them there. So that'll be a little bit different. That'll be cool. And then tickets are on sale as we speak. So how do you get tickets? So you can go to TennesseeWinterBeerFest.com. That's our website. Go there, and it'll give you a link to get tickets. It's through Eventbrite.
I'll put that link in the description also.
Please do.
So if you can't remember it, like I probably can't, just click on it.
Yeah, Tennessee Winter Beer Fest, and then it's on New Hope's website as well under events, so you can go there to get the link to purchase tickets. And we always sell out. We're about halfway. They just started a month ago, sometime in December they went on sale, and we've already sold out half of them. And we do sell out. So folks that are listening want to get tickets, go to these sites and see if they're still available. Again, they're $75 a piece. We do have designated driver tickets if you want to do that.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's half price for that. And if you want to support the event in other ways, you can be a sponsor. So we have sponsorship levels, and you get in return, depending on the level of sponsorship, you get tickets in return and logo on the website, different things like that. So if you need information on that, I can get that to you. But we take donations in any shape or form for the event, which goes directly to New Hope after we pay all of our expenses. And so, yeah, tickets are still available. Again, Tennessee Winter Beer Fest or New Hope's website. You can get the link to purchase tickets.
I have one question, Todd.
Yes.
Are you bringing back the unicorns this year?
You did not mention unicorns.
The unicorns
I
are
was not
very
in-
important.
I don't know.
So,
And we'll just leave it at that. Or if you
Okay,
want to
I'll
talk about the
explain
unicorns,
what
I was
happened
not in
last-
charge of the unicorn situation.
So last year, obviously, was my first year, and say about 3 hours into it,
Yeah.
all of a sudden I see blown up unicorn just walking around. Like at least 3 of them just walking around, and I'm like, I don't know where they came from. Also, a lot of the people that attend wear pajamas. I don't know who started it, but if you have a onesie pajama, you're gonna fit right in
Yeah.
with
You can
everyone
wear-
that's in attendance.
Anything, but you have to wear something. But you can wear.
Well, crap.
You gotta wear-
I saw Caleb's bring.
I'm gonna be Winnie the Pooh.
And not only were they walking around, they had a whole dance routine.
Yeah. So our
And-
band was playing. I'm in the band that performs, and all of a sudden these unicorns are walking around and, where people were dancing.
Wait, so was there a unicorn flash mob?
It was part of the Tennessee Winter Beer Fest committee members that put it together, the ladies.
Yeah,
They
the
put-
ladies did, and
Sounds like a flash mob.
yeah, it was. We just, if,
We just-
if your wife asks you to do something, you say, "Yes, honey." Right? That's what you're supposed to do. Yes. So we did that, and they were out there unicorning.
Unicorning.
I've never heard that word as a verb.
There you go. We in Tennessee, we can take any noun and make it a verb.
That's true.
Yeah, my first job, I worked at the grocery store and then got promoted with no pay, but it was an easier job in produce. And the produce manager used a word that starts with S and ends in T, and it's got two other letters in between that, so figure it out. And he used that word. Every adjective, noun, verb. I thought, man, this is interesting.
Alan's been known for that.
Well, and
It's usually followed by, oh!
I've done that ever since. So Gene helped me with
Why
my
is everybody laughing?
vocabulary back in the day. But yeah, unicorning.
Unicorning.
Yeah, there you go.
I
I'll
like
get
it.
Amelia to start saying.
So I'm sorry I interrupted your
No, I was
unicorning.
just excited about it last year.
I don't
It
know.
really took me by surprise, but
It
everyone
took all
loved
of us
it.
by surprise.
Yeah, everyone loved it.
It makes me think of those Harlem Shake videos
Yeah.
that were all coming out a while back. That's what I think of.
So I don't know. I need to ask about that. If you liked it, then by gosh, we better have it.
All right, so we got to get unicorn onesies.
Yeah.
Already have one.
I did too. I just didn't want to be the only one.
I will take the picture.
Yeah.
I'm
But yeah, creative dress is fun. So there are interesting outfits, if you will. So it's just fun, right? It's the idea is to have fun, and people have fun. It's great beer. So how can you not have fun if beer's somewhere in the room or in the space? And then the cause is great, and it's just a really fun atmosphere. And people again understand why they are there. They're getting to talk to brewers. They have great food, great music, and now there's unicorns.
Well, I did forget actually that Don Klein, who's on the Tennessee Winter Beer Fest,
He is
committee,
retired, but yes.
he must have lost a bet because I remember all the ladies were dressing him up as a unicorn, not in a blown up one, so everyone could see his face, and it said hugs for $5 or hugs for $1. And he was forced to walk around all these brewers and 350 people to get hugs.
Okay.
I remember that. I don't know if you saw that last year, but I saw that.
I know what you're doing, Alan.
So
Hug a
maybe we
Yeti.
could just send one of y'all around for hugs for $1.
We can have Colin pick people up for $10.
You press them. Bench, yeah.
Yeah,
You
we can
bench
do that.
press people, and they-
Nobody likes bench press.
and they
Just
pay-
you.
Yeah,
Just the people that aren't good at bench.
Yeah.
yeah. And each bench press you do, they have to give you $1, and that money goes to our event. Another way to raise some money. I will bench press you. You need, or press whatever.
It'll have to be one of y'all.
Standing press.
What are we gonna do?
I wonder if we could borrow Randy Ritchie's Buck and Bronco thing.
I don't think the beer fest needs that.
What is
He's talking about
it?
bench
Well,
pressing
it's-
somebody.
It's a contraption that this friend of ours built, where it enables you to bench press someone. There's like a platform that they get on,
Right.
And then you lay down on a bench and you can press the.
Okay.
You can actually,
A bunch of beer involved.
if you
Interesting.
actually YouTube Omega Force, America's Got Talent. They were on America's Got Talent doing it,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can see the.
Was
We
it
call it the
was
bucking
Buck and
bronco. I don't know what he actually calls it.
I think that's what he called it.
Is it?
I think so.
And it's an accurate name.
Because he wants them to go yee-haw.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Awesome. Well, any way we can raise more funds, the better, right? Again, as long as we don't get the law enforcement involved, we're good to go.
Well, you get people riding a bull at the bars for when they're drunk. So
You know,
or
and
drinking.
I was thinking with the Stones. So in Scotland,
Back to the step.
that's just where
That's
I
all
go.
he thinks about is rock.
It really is. Like she gets mad at me all the time because I just show up at home with a bunch of rocks. Like we go to her parents' house every weekend for family dinner, and they live out in the sticks on a mountain, and I pretty often just go walking through and looking for rocks. I think I brought 8 home one day. That one that's on there came from their house, actually, and that one that's outside that door.
I'm not really sure how to react to all that.
Most people don't.
Yeah, but you're impressing me. Everything you say is impressive. More and more.
You hear that?
I don't know if I
Wow.
I'm keeping you around.
You should keep me around. I'm a good friend.
My mom asked me yesterday. She was like, "So how did you meet these guys again?" And I said, "Stones," and she just went, "Okay."
I mean,
No further questions asked.
literally, we put on a stone competition last year, and that was the first time I met Lisa because she said, "I want to compete and I want to try them before I compete." So then she came and lifted stones. That was the first time I met Lisa.
Wow.
Stones bring people together, you know.
That needs to get on a shirt.
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
Anyways, what I was saying. So in Scotland,
Anyway,
and so in Scotland, there's a whole bunch of lifting stones. It's a big history. It's called manhood stones,
Okay.
and it goes through England, Iceland, pretty much all over Europe. It's a big thing. It's especially in Scotland, it was to be considered a man in your clan, you had to be able to lift this stone,
okay.
however they set the
That's
rules.
why I live in Maryville.
Well, we're trying to bring this here.
I can lift rocks. I don't know about stones.
As Dr. Bill Crawford told me in Holland one day, we were at a stone lifting competition and we called them rocks, and he quickly corrected us and said, "No, you skip rocks in a pond, you
Yeah.
lift stones."
Exactly. Yeah.
But in Scotland, there's one stone. I never remember the name of it, but the legend is if you are to shoulder the stone, carry it to a bar, and set it on the bar, you get a free drink.
All right. When you do that in Maryville, I want you to call me because I want to follow you in.
We have a bunch of them we can do that with.
You know, they've since changed that. You don't have to carry it into the bar now. You just have to shoulder it.
There you go.
But it's still outside, and you still get a free drink. But yeah,
I feel like it'd be really impressive if you got to a bar from here. I don't know what the
from here,
That's a
That's a
good
good
point.
walk.
you should get
Yeah.
more than a drink if
I
you
will,
do that.
I will buy you a beer.
I'll need an inhaler.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll need a drink.
Caleb's like, it's not the carrying; it's just that far to walk.
Yeah. I don't even have asthma. I just. But yeah, stones.
Stones.
That's neat.
Stones.
Stones. Your turn, Lisa.
No, she puts up with us enough.
Yeah. I'm having fun.
Good. That's our goal. That's usually what I ask every guest after we have them on. Whenever I follow up, is what was your take? Is there any feedback? How can we improve? And as long as I get I had fun, that's my only goal.
That's it. Yeah. All right. That's it.
I had someone ask one time what our goal is or what we're looking to achieve. I was like, dog.
Oh no.
It's like, homie, I didn't think I'd make it this far. So at this point, as long as I'm having fun.
Yep. Having fun for a reason, a cause.
Yep.
There you go.
Day-to-day life is pretty stressful, so it's pretty, as long as we're having fun doing this.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then we get to do it meet cool people, do it for good causes.
Can't ask any more than that.
Nope.
And I brought you. And I
Yeah, and
brought-
we're doing it for beer now.
And I brought you beer. Yeah.
How did y'all come up with the name?
So if you go back to our very first episode, which I recommend no one do, our very first episode, we were actually called the Bellows. And I had this,
Yeah.
Like Bellows.
Yes.
BLLW.
It was just the two of us.
It was just me and Holland
wow.
in my dad's kitchen.
and it was bad.
It was terrible. But after I liked the idea of being called the Bellows because my idea was you listen to it on the way to the gym and it gets you stoked up and ready to go to the gym like a bellows stokes a fire.
Right.
However, I did not want to explain that every time I say the name of the podcast.
Right, because how many people in 2026 know what a bellows even is? Did you know what a bellows was?
I did not.
Exactly. So I was like, I like the idea, but yeah, I'm gonna have to explain that every time.
Yeah.
And then I had always had an idea. I've always wanted to open my own gym. I have still not done that, but a long time ago, the Palace Theater was for sale, and my dad used to take me there all the time whenever I was a kid, and I always thought I want to buy that building, and then the only thing I got to change on it is put Iron Palace I'd keep the theater, just Iron Palace Gym, whatever.
Yeah.
So that'd been an idea in my head forever. And then we started the podcast, and I was like, well, we got to change the name because the Bellows is not working. And then I was like, well, what do you guys think about the Iron Palace podcast? And then that's just,
Why not?
I think
a good question.
my dad's exact answer was, I think that'll sell. I was like, oh, cool.
Is your dad in sales?
No, he was in radio.
I grew up. I've got radio background.
My dad was on Love 89 whenever it was still the local Christian radio station. And then when they got bought out by Air One and K Love, he went to Air One and K Love.
Okay.
And now he works for Ram in Maryville or Rockford, I think.
Okay. Well, I grew up. My father and one of my brothers-in-law was at WGAP, which back in the day was a country station, then made it into a pop music station, which is an interesting story. So I spent a lot of junior high and high school in a radio station, and it's a lot of fun.
I remember.
Radio stations are cool.
I thought so too. I remember I job shadowed in middle school at a radio station, and then Dad used to take us in all the time just to do whatever.
Yeah, I used to sit in the control room or the studio with the DJs and had a lot of good time.
Yep,
Radio.
I enjoyed it. The only reason I even know WJAP was a radio station is because Dad used to say it all the time while he's practicing his radio voice.
Okay.
He would just do random intros for random radio stations,
Oh, wow.
just
Yeah.
as we're hanging around the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate good radio voices, and sometimes that doesn't seem like that's a reason to hire a DJ. It's like that's the only reason you should hire a DJ. Is
Yep.
a good voice.
I know.
Here's
We've
so
been
many
doing.
crappy voices on the radio. It's like
Yep.
what? What
We've
is
been doing the
that?
podcast now for 2 years, and then I've recently started to narrate audiobooks because I was like, I have the stuff. It only makes sense to do something else with it. And my wife has to call me out all the time and say that I'm doing a radio voice and not a narrator voice. Like,
Well, you have a great voice, so yeah.
you're hired.
Gosh, he's not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hired. I'll pay you more than I pay them.
I think anything would be more than what you pay there. Would be
Man,
my guess.
Who told him?
You guessed
Oh,
correctly.
I just guessed it. Just a
Yep.
lucky guess.
Anytime they tell me anything, I always say I'm doubling your
There
salary
you go.
because anything times 0 is still 0.
So you did get a diploma from kindergarten.
Hey, they told me that, and I was like, I don't even know anything else.
That's right. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I can write 0
Yep.
on an answer any day.
And then I know I want someone to write me a bunch of zeros with a 1 in front of it.
Commas. I like a bunch of
Is
commas.
that how you hold a pencil, Caleb?
Yeah. Why do you think my grip strength is so good? Just walk around and everything, dude.
I just noticed.
Hey, speaking,
Y'all
here's
see him at work.
Like, I hope he doesn't really write that way.
dude. We've got to use little pins on the screens at work. I'm like, hey man, just keep breaking them. Speaking of which, we have grippers over here. If you want to try those, they're pretty fun.
I don't even know what that is, but
You've probably seen them, but they're usually a lot smaller.
oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Good lord.
I'm good.
You would grab the most difficult ones.
3 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
So
close them.
I won't even hand you the 4 unless you just want to feel it.
I don't want to touch that at all because I know.
So the 4 has only been closed by about 10 people ever. Not like in a year, like ever.
Like in the world.
Like World's Strongest Men winners have not closed this.
Then why do you have it?
There was a guy selling all 4 of them because the base set is 1, 2, 3, 4, but then since people have gotten into it, they've ranked them now from I think there's
me
a
that.
sport, a trainer. Did you want to try? There's a sport, a trainer, and then they go by 0.5s now. So like there's 1, 1.5.
Yeah.
I can't even do it with 2 hands.
Yeah, that one's a 3.
This one's a 3.
Yeah. That's not even hard. Like the 4, like I can close that one,
There's
but
not
this
been
one I
many people
can't. I
close
can
to
hardly
3.
move it.
Wow.
There's not been a lot of people close to 3.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
75,
80 people.
Just because you can doesn't mean that a lot of people can.
Yeah, you're an aberration, brother. That's all.
I don't know what that word means, but it sounds good.
You just use way too many syllables for
I
Caleb.
graduated from Maryville, so I can do 3 syllables.
I graduated from Heritage, so
No comment.
exactly.
You know, people that didn't go to Maryville, don't go to Maryville, accuse us of being elitist and we think we're the best. You know why? Because we are the best.
Show's over.
All right.
I'm gone.
Podcast over.
I had to say that. I heard that one time from I grew up in Maryville, graduated from Maryville, and a teacher who used to be in the county system went to Maryville, and he said that, and I thought that's pretty funny. I'm gonna say that.
I remember when I joined.
I didn't make it up.
When I joined the Air Force, I got all the way out there. There's a guy from Nashville, either Nashville or Murfreesboro, either way. And we were out there, and he asked me where I was from, and I said Maryville. He goes, "Did you go to Maryville?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Thank God." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Dude, we lost to y'all every year."
Yeah. Football. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew what he meant as soon as he said that. I was like, well, lucky for you, I did not play football either, so it wouldn't have mattered.
If you went to Maryville, you would have played football.
Oh, no, if you saw me in high school, I would not have played football. I was this tall, but I only weighed 190 pounds, so.
How did that work? Because I've been this size most of my life. I played basketball, and stuck at 5'9".
So
We need to talk later. I want to see what you ate.
everything. The funny part was both my brothers are like 5'7", so I'm almost a foot taller than both of them.
Wow.
And I remember growing up, like I was always bigger than my brother, but not by a lot. Or well, I mean, it's a lot, but not like it is now. And Dad always said, "Don't worry, I hit my growth spurt whenever I was like junior, senior year. That's whenever I got tall." And he would say it to my brother, and then I hit it, and he didn't. Like, and I was already taller than him. So then,
How tall's your dad?
6 foot.
Okay, that's decent size.
Yeah, Dad's 6 foot, Mom's 5'1", and I'm 6'6".
Well, your siblings probably asked you the same questions that my sibling asked me, or told me that I was adopted.
Yeah, my mom's running theories that I should have been twins, but I ate my twin
Okay.
in the womb. That's the running theory.
There you go. I like it. That works for me.
I don't have a better explanation.
That's
So
a really good one. I teach biology, and I'll take that one.
all right, so there it is, proven
It's proven.
fact. He told us earlier.
That's right.
So where'd you go to school? Since that's what we're talking
I
about.
was gonna ask everyone because I actually grew up in Pennsylvania, so I'm not familiar with any of the schools around here. To be honest, I was like,
Yeah, we're all
lost.
talking crap to each other, and you have
Yeah,
no clue
I
what
just
we're
have
doing.
no idea. I'm just hanging out.
Maryville is a city school, and Heritage William Blunt is all public schools.
That's right.
County
Public.
school.
County.
Maryville's a
County.
public
County
We're
school.
public
Sorry,
school.
Well, I don't know. You got to pay tuition if you want to go there sometimes.
that's why I say city school. It just makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, you go to school where you live, right? So if you live in the city limits of Maryville, you go to Maryville. That's how it works.
Yeah, I don't think
or
I
pay
realized
tuition.
the rivalry between Alcoa and Maryville
Oh,
until I
yeah.
moved here.
Oh, it's yeah.
And then the broadcast of the game against those two
Yeah.
was insane. They had a whole song, and both my husband and I were just watching and thinking, this cannot be high school football.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
Especially if you see they just redid a lot of the football fields, and now every time I drive by Heritage now, I'm like, there's no way. Like it's full turf. They've redone the whole, like everything looks like a professional football stadium now.
It's big. So I had.
Go to Texas,
Oh yeah, it's even worse than
Yeah.
Texas. Isn't it? Yeah, it's bad enough here.
Georgia. It's, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I respect. Grew up Maryville, and it's Maryville Alcoa rivalry is pretty intense, but respectful. But it's a friend of mine now. But my junior high coach said, if we're playing Alcoa in an alley, tiddlywinks, I want to beat their ass. I went, that's right, coach. Got that right. Whatever the game is.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what makes sports, if it's treated, within reason.
Yeah.
It's a great thing about sports.
it-
Rivalries are great.
I'm a competitive person, so anything I do is competitive.
Yeah.
You
I want, yeah.
competitive?
You have room to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're worse than him.
Well, life is a
It
competition.
is.
I agree.
If
My
you're
wife
not,
gets mad because my kids, they're the same way.
yeah. I mean,
You get mad at him.
Well,
His daughter's worse than he is, and he'll get mad at her the whole time. Like, you got to stop. She's like, I can't.
Sounded just like Alex.
That's what she does. I mean, she's only like this tall and like that round, but that's what she does. She's like, I can't.
Now when I'm playing anything, because I'm mature adult, mentally in my head, I want to beat your ass. I don't care what we're doing.
Yeah.
But I can't. I just go, okay. But I'm going,
That's one of my
no matter
favorite.
what I'm doing.
It's one of my favorite stories in strongman is Robert Oberst. You know Robert Oberst? Have you ever seen a shirt that says "Strong and Pretty"?
I've got
You've
one.
probably seen one at the gym too.
But I've crossed out strong.
You're just pretty.
Yeah.
I'm just pretty.
Pretty.
But and it was, so he was competing, and it was for the final spot to make it into finals at World's Strongest Man, and he was competing against Luke Stoltman, and he looked at him, and I think they were in Scotland or in England for that one, and he looked at Luke right before they started and said, "I'm about to beat you in front of your entire family," and then walked off.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to beat him in front of his entire family.
Well, I'm a big basketball fan, and if you YouTube Larry Bird,
Oh yeah, he's the biggest trash talker
Yes.
there was.
yes,
Oh, he would tell you what he was going to do the
Yes.
entire game.
Yeah.
and he would do it.
and then do it. He said, "I told you."
He played the whole game left-handed
Left-handed,
too,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, he was, and
told him he was.
most of his competitors were black athletes, right? And they, to a person, Magic, all these people he played with will go, Larry Bird was the worst, the worst. And what he would do, he would again, he'd tell you, he says, I'm going over that corner. They're going to throw me the ball, and I'm going to shoot it in your face and make it. And when he does, he goes, I told you. I told you that's what I was going to do. He was the ultimate competitor.
I'd like to see what he could have done if he hadn't had all his back issues.
Yeah. Well, he was, he was healthy for a long time, but yeah.
Well, he was dealing with back issues in college too, though.
Okay. He was
So, it was crazy.
he
What
was amazing. I like it, if you're he wasn't swearing at him. He was just telling him what I was going to do and being semi-serious, but he's just really trying to get in your head.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what trash talking's all about, just getting in your getting in your face. But you get on YouTube and you go down a rabbit hole. You watch one Larry Tube, Larry Tube, the Larry Tube show. Larry Bird.
You might want to watch that one.
Yeah. No, don't watch the Larry Tube. Anyway, 2 hours later, going, I just watched two hours of Larry Bird videos. But that's the fun thing about going down the rabbit hole. Oh wow, that's good.
I do that all the time, but it's usually with people making camps in Alaska. I have no desire to do that, but I get sucked into those videos all the time.
Alaskans are crazy.
I've learned that recently.
You met somebody or just
No, just watching.
Have you been watching the redheaded dude that shaves the middle of his head off and he's got charcoal on his face?
No, what are you watching?
He's on TikTok and YouTube.
That's not who I'm watching. I watch just a normal
He
guy.
was spending 30 days in the wild and had bought all these cans of tuna. That's all he's going to eat for 30 days.
Oh, he's
Nope.
in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all they have up
Redheaded
there.
dude.
Yeah, I remember that.
Canned
I
tuna.
remember the tuna thing. That he was. It's just stacks of cans of tuna.
Yeah, nope. I haven't watched that guy. I'm probably going to find him now.
Oh, I'm sure you will. It'll pop up on TikTok now.
I forgot the guy's name, but dang, I can't remember his name. Either way, but yeah, he just goes around making camps in like less than 0 degrees Fahrenheit. He's like, this is how you live here, making camp for tonight. We'll go home tomorrow. I was like, that's a lot of work for one night.
Yeah, my wife and I have a great theory. We work so we can have indoor heat
Yep. Yep.
and beds and things like that. That's why we work.
I remember my buddy in the Air Force, me and him, we were roommates for a little bit, and we were doing the normal, like we were both 18, 19, and we had video games all in the living room. We're both like almost back to back playing, and his chair broke. And so he just goes over and puts a couch cushion on the floor and sits down. I said, dude, go get a chair over there. We've got more. And he said, I grew up poor. This is fine. I was like, yeah, but we ain't poor no more, homie. Go get a chair.
Get a chair. I work so you can sit in a chair.
Yeah, I did it for you.
Good stuff.
All right, I think.
Yeah, we're minute 30, so.
Minute 30?
Hour 30.
Oh, I was about to say, dang, that's a long minute.
Sorry.
Man, it's like I thought it was longer than that.
All right. So we'll wrap that up here. I'll put the links for everything in the description. I'll put all the stuff that we've talked about. We've talked about a lot. So,
Yeah, it's a lot of random stuff that's not very important.
oh, it's very important
But
to someone.
we had fun, I'm sure. I don't mean to talk to you.
I think you should bring these chairs.
Yeah.
I actually think it's really impressive that y'all made them too.
Yeah,
They look really nice.
good stuff.
It came out pretty good.
And we need to get Ashley to wear that crown.
Who normally wears this? That was
It usu-
also my next question is with your
take a wild guess.
the one with the cushion on his back.
I also made the cushion. See, I originally was going to put cushions on all of them. After I made this one, I was like, man, that's more work than I want to do again.
Yeah, and
Yes, you're correct.
And he don't care about nobody else.
yeah, the
so.
commenters don't deserve it.
Yeah.
King Caleb.
This is for first place. So,
There you go.
but no, actually, funny story about that crown. Mike's wife bought me that crown in a peace offering that I'd stop making fun of Mike.
Didn't
And
work.
have you?
It worked for a little while,
For a little while. Yeah.
but he's just so lovable you can't help but make fun of him. It's my love language, Mike.
Yeah. Love language. That's,
Bullying.
that's the 7th love language. There's only 5.
But yeah, thank you again for coming on.
Oh,
Thank you.
my
You know.
pleasure. We had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us at Winter Beer Fest.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
for letting us take part in all this.
Yeah. Is
So,
everybody going to be there?
as far as I know, everybody in this room will be there.
Okay. All right.
Excited.
I was trying to remember. Yeah, Mike's here, so he might be here.
Okay.
You sure? So I'll put link again. I'll put links in the description. Thank you again for coming.
Oh, our pleasure. Yeah. Anytime we can talk about what New Hope does and the Beer Fest and help you all with your cause, we're all in.
Again, the win-win-win.
Yeah. So
Win. Yep.
Thank y'all. I'm excited for Tennessee Winter Beer Fest
Yeah.
and to see the challenge and everyone trying.
I'm genuinely hoping someone does it. Like, I know a lot of people will try it. I want to see someone complete the challenge.
yeah,
You haven't
I do
tried
too.
it?
There's like
And I'm
30
gonna
Anyone tried it yet?
I'm gonna immediately make friends with that person when they do that.
Me too.
But again, Tennessee Winter Beer Fest, February 21st, and tickets are on sale as we speak, and we always sell out. So if you're interested, you need to get on the website. So either TennesseeWinterBeerFest.com or New Hope's. You just Google New Hope and it
You
shows
can
up,
New
right?
Hope or bluntkids.org.
Bluntkids.org is the official, but if you just do New Hope, Blunt County, you'll find it. And under their events, then it'll take you to Eventbrite and you buy tickets there.
Perfect. You guys got anything else over there?
I'm good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And we will catch you all in the next one.
Fifteen miles north